Ah! Well deserved F. I was up the entire game too. Hmm. Dang it. My playlist is Let me check it really quick. Okay, no, this part's muted, I think. So there we go. Yep, there we go. Nice, nice, nice. Let's take this, let's take that. And okay, that's not good. And that's still a problematic. Oh, I should have played c5. I can play it now. This is very good now. These double pawns, trying to open it up, get rid of like this pawn pair. Okay, that's a free pawn. I will take that. Thank you. Bishop pair, extra pawn. What can go wrong, right? Let's go here. Ah! Yeah, there's this. There was that. Should I have played that first? Probably. It is what it is right now. Alright, so let's do this. I'm happy to trade all the rooks off, so that's why I'm like playing that. Excuse me. Okay, bishop's in trouble. Let's go back here. I think this might happen. Yeah. Yep. Okay, called it. Alright. Consider that. Attack the pawn. Okay. So trade. Yeah, screw it. Let me just trade that up. Straight up. So attack the pawn. Assume pawn moves. Okay. Yeah, try to... Oh, wait. I gotta watch out for that check. So I'm gonna play f4 sometime soon. Oh, I guess I play it now. Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't want knight e... Oh, okay. Yeah, this is good. Better king position. So that's paramount at as of this moment. Maybe I should have done this. Thinking back here, right? All right. This is doing okay. Let me. Okay, free pawn. I'll take the free pawn, 100%. Let's hope. All right, perfect. So let's. Yeah, let's take the free pawn first. I was thinking about doing shenanigans with that, but I was like, nah. Oh, there's a check. Okay. Let's do this check first. King takes. Or okay, we get to Yo, you gotta be kidding me. Alright. Get this darn promo. Dang it. Right. Yeah, I gotta prevent king here. So let's go this way instead. No checks for the knight. Also, problematic is I can't play b4. So let me get c6. Oh, dang it. Gotta be kidding me. At least he's tied down, right? Okay. So zugzwang this MF out of here. Yeah, I think that might be it. I think it's still oh. Okay. Yeah, now it gets to protect the pawn, which is awesome. And I think if the knight moves, I get to play king up and pawn up. Wow, I can't believe this is actually slightly working. Check. Yeah, check. All right, let's hit. Ah, frick. I think that actually. Oh no. Oh. King takes. That's a queen. And time. Hey, that's good stuff. Wow, I can't believe I pulled that up. All right, this redemption for the last game's horrible performance. Yeah, Twitch alum blitz. Oh, this girl's on fire. 8 out of 8. FIDE Master 2. All right.
Well, that was some interesting chess from Art of Attack. Guess he likes to attack, and he proved it. So let's have a look at the standings here currently, as well as Hikaru playing wonderful time. And what's happening here? Hikaru has more time, shocking, and a better position, also shocking, except for one thing. Wow, I always thought Wonderful Time was one of the top players, but Hikaru's got him by 300 rating points. So right now there's a tie for first with FIDE Master and a 1700. Arena Kings is the great equalizer. And Hikaru's in third right now, but he's probably going to win this game, I think. More time and more passed pawns, although actually now this is a draw because the wrong colored rook pawn. So the only question is, can Hikaru win on time? And the answer is probably. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, what else is happening? We have an 1100 who's doing pretty well. So that's good. Yeah, it's good in Arena Kings because everybody has a chance to win a good prize. And before I go to the format, I want to see what's actually going to happen at the end of this game, because this is a known draw because it's the wrong colored rook pawn, the H pawn. So Hikaru's just trying to blitz out the win and maybe trick him somehow by taking the bishop if it goes to the wrong square. It's 3-0, so he should win on time, I guess. I don't think he can make 45 more moves in 2 seconds, but I've been wrong before. So a fine victory if he achieves it, which seems extremely likely. And there we go. He won on time. Wow, exciting. Okay, that pushes Hikaru higher in the standings. Let's have a look at the format and the knockout rules again, especially if you showed up late. It's 3-0, which is a lot different than a lot of other tournaments that have increment. So you got to play really fast at the end. The arena takes 2 hours to complete, as per usual. When the preliminaries is done, the part we're watching now, there's a 16 streamer knockout where the players will have cameras and fair play and everything's on the up and up like it always is. You have to be streaming, as Hikaru pointed out earlier, to win prizes. And the matches are best of 3. And if it's tied, they play a 1-1 bullet game. And the final match is a best of 5. So very interesting format. And if you're one of the top players, you're going to be playing here for a while. Let's have a look again at the point system. You get points for every Arena Kings you play. And if you do well, the top 16 players get points there from 25 to 100. There's also points for under prizes, 22, 18, and 1400. And the best stream, everybody gets points except those who don't. And we add those points up. And at the end of the year, we see who's doing well. The prize fund, the most important part for most people, the weekly prize fund is 2,500 total, 500 first, 350 second. And there's also prizes for under players and for the top streamer. And in the knockout week, then the prizes are very large. So you can win prizes every week. And at the very end, if you make it to the championship knockout, then you can win those huge prizes you see, $4,000 for first. Pretty good for no entry fee. The schedule, which you can see now, is today's July 14th. So we're nearing the end of the season. There's 2 more Arena Kings after this one, followed by the finals, August 11th. And on August 11th, then we'll see the cream rise to the top, and people will be getting a lot of huge prizes then. That'll be awesome. All right, so we're back here with Hikaru's playing Georg Meyer. He's one of the top blitz players, obviously. And unfortunately, when I play Meyer, I always forget the result. I think he wins. Yeah, that's what it is. It's one of the few times you'll see Hikaru have less time on the clock. But okay, that's probably going to change shortly. And you can see that Hikaru is fighting for first, as he always is. And most of the GMs aren't in the top 8 because there's so many players, there's so many good players, and the class players do pretty well too, as you can see. So pretty interesting. And probably you've had enough of me, because how much can you see this pretty face? And speaking of pretty faces, let's go to somebody who's prettier than I am, which would be basically any streamer. Let's have a look at #chess, Rebecca Selkirk. She's playing, she just finished a game and she's getting ready for the next game. Let's see, how did she do that game? Nobody knows. Okay, and she's #chess. Everybody has a better handle than I do. #chess is great. All right, let's listen in.
Openings. I learned how to blunder queens. So many various ways to blunder a queen. It is truly unbelievable. Oh, that was a 1700 as well. I should definitely have won that game. Oh well. We move on. We're still almost top 200. It's for the content. We're keeping it interesting. You don't decline a poacher's gambit and get away with it. Exactly. Okay, this is fine. So this setup is basically just aimed at the whole thing of trying to keep things close. What's happening? I think I can go here. I'm supposed to go here. I should have done this earlier. You push the bishop back because then you have g4. g4 and f4. Can I still go here though? No, I'm just pushing pawns a lot. I want to go here. Let's go here first though. We're gonna play conservative. We'll see how it goes. Hey Turner Swagger! The queen blunder was pretty unique. It was spectacular. And then I blended it twice. Yeah, it's genuinely how we make a living, PMD. It's all the queen blunder bits. I have too much control over it. Janego, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Let's go. Can I just push? I think I can push, because if takes, then I get an open b file. And after this, I'm actually threatening this. This is defended. So we're happy giving up, well, yeah, happy giving up the pawn to get the open b file because the king's on that side of the board. At least I'm saying that we're happy. It might not be okay though. I do get given bits for queen blunders. It's quite a profitable thing for me because I blunder my queen a lot. Connor, what? Hello? Ah, I see what's happening. I see the tricks. Oh, this is clever. This is quite uncomfortable. What can I do to stop that though? Okay, we can go. That was not a good way to stop it. That was not a good way to stop it at all. So what we do is we just ignore and we carry on with our attack. Oh, this is so bad. This is so very, very, very bad. Although I do have this as a move. Okay, we take here. And then I'm probably gonna have to swing back. How much material is that? I think that's an entire rook and a piece. Or just a rook. I will have... It's an entire rook. It could be worse. But it could also be a lot better. Oh no! Okay. And it's a 2000. And we are only slightly up on time. So we're gonna move on. Hi Zika Zed. I think it was like a remix. It was a remix of Where Is the Love, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't pay too much attention to the music. Is this anti-chess? Sadly not during Pyromaniac. Sadly this is just bad. I don't even know what happened there. Oh no, that's clearly the reason. It's because I'm on the main chess channel. This is what happens. The chess quality is like inversely proportional to being on chess TV or not. Let's go here. Honestly, I have just blundered my queen and played terrible chess too many times on the main channel. At least we know this opening though. This is all theory and this is where we leave our theory. Ooh, they castled. No, I'm not sure how to proceed though. This is like the dream position. So what do we do? If I push... Yeah, okay, g4. You can't go wrong with g4. And then h4. Push all the pawns and attack. We're gonna do this. Oh yeah, I can still finish top 200. I'm 233rd at the moment, which is really close. Do we ignore all of this? Oh, do I go here? No, that doesn't work. Let's go back. I could possibly have gone here. And now that's being attacked a lot. Okay, so we go here. Now we're defending this knight. Now we can push, and then we can push this pawn, and then we can push this pawn, and then we have a great attack, and life is good. So that is our plan, and we're gonna hope that it works. Push this next. Because the key is we do also have these two defending this pawn. Now... Okay, I think we have to take also lose material. Then we get a rook on the g-file. We go. I'm actually gonna go here. I was looking at pushing, but then the bishop can just take because my pawn's pinned. So we go here, drop in the pawn, that's fine. Let's go here. Unfortunately, a lot of defenders, so I'm not sure how we deal with this. They did help us a little bit by trading one of their defenders, so now it's mainly— oh no! Then we have to trade queens. That sucks. I'm gonna... can I go here? We're defending this square with the knight. So this is... it's not great, but we're surviving for now. I didn't blunder my queen, so that's a positive. On the negative side though, I think this is gonna be a move. Oh, but then this is a move. Wait. That doesn't make any sense. Wait, 39 seconds. I'm gonna lose. Well, down a pawn, I know. And I'm about to lose I'm about to lose some material. My best shot might just be to give up the knight. I don't know. Take here. And go here. And here with a bishop here. Oh, it's over. Rip. I feel like I'm getting decent middle games, and then, like, things are just collapsing from there on. Oh, this might be a chance, though. It's like, it's a desperate chance, but it's a chance. They can just take here, though. That's unfortunate. We shall keep fighting for a whole 7 seconds. Oh my goodness. I feel like I should give up on this game. Perhaps. Yes. Timing out is a great way to give up on things. Of course, we've got our marbles going on. Who's in the lead at the moment? I can't actually see. Milan, thanks for contributing to the co-op game challenge. Okay, let's go for this. Wait, what? F6. There has to... F6 can't be good. How do we punish it though? Never play F6. Probably should have taken the knight there as well. But anyway, we play normal chess, we castle, we move on with our lives. FCBX is in the lead. Okay, nicely done. How many laps have we done so far? I don't want to bring up the marbles because I'm already battling with my time. Okay, if I go here, that just blunders, so we go back here. This is a move. I do have enough time. Oh, can I? Oh, this might. This could be a really bad thing. Okay, it was okay though. Can I sack a piece? I don't think I should. Let's go here for now. And then here to stop castling.
Well, that was excellent because Rebecca said never play F6. So somehow she sensed that we were watching her. So those were interesting games. We have more interesting games. Let's look at somebody we haven't seen yet, Lily Koridzi. She's having an interesting battle right now. And let's have a look.
Okay. There we go. Okay, this was too bad.
I wanna get to know you. I wanna get to know you.
Okay, this was too bad. Like, I played too well. I was on May channel. That was in a bad moment actually. Hello everyone, hello. Hello, hello. Hello emojis, hello. Actually, I played with this guy many times, but now he played so well, like, so well. 420 subs, no thanks. Okay.
Stop is where I never wanted something so bad. Before you know it, we gon' get it poppin'. And this gon' be the best we both ever had. I wanna get to know you. I wanna get to know you. I want it.
They different here.
I want it so bad. Ain't much that I wouldn't do.
It's been 84 now.
Got me singing through auto tune. I want it, I want it, I want it. I want it so bad. I can tell you want me to get to know you. Body language giving all kind of signs. Eyes are inviting me to come closer. I knew we would get here in due time. The way it's going down, can't lie, love it. Before you know it, you gon' be mine. Thinking long term, don't wanna rush it. The future as bright as the sunshine. I wanna get to know you.
Interesting position actually.
I wanna get to know you.
Interesting.
I want it so bad. Ain't much that I wouldn't do.
But this knight is I also want to take it. First I should have taken that. I should have taken that first and played it.
I wanna get to know you. I want it so bad. Ain't much that I wouldn't do.
Should have taken that first.
I've been singing through auto tune. I want it. I want it so bad.
Let's do So. Oh, I made this
You showed me how to let my hands go. You showed me how to breathe the heat. And now I feel the push of the stream that has kept me going. And now I see what I can be in your eyes. You lit a flame.
Bad, I played
We
so
spoke
bad.
my name. Show me the light.
I should have played. Oh my goodness, I don't play well now. I should have played differently here.
Say my name
First, I should have taken that. Then maybe play Queen E2. So maybe I should have done that, you know? Instead of doing these moves here. I should have played Queen E2 first. And then take, I don't know. Actually. I don't know, maybe it would be much better, I'm not sure. I am not sure. I am not sure. Well, take. I was thinking take queen. This moment he would take that. It would be much better than queen e2. Yes. Yes, that's always like that. When your blunder once, then it continues like that. Blunder rather over time, then you are just in trouble. That's all. That's how it works. And it's always like bad to make these mistakes, you know, because it's continuous like that. And okay, need to continue now. Start playing. Let's see how it goes. Let's see.
Show me the reasons why you chose me. Push me gentle, I will come with.
Yes, I don't know. I feel so like, I mean, I should be more concentrated, but I feel so sleepy. Like out of nowhere, I just feel like that. That's so funny, you know. But I mean, I was trying to like be a real like concentrator or something, and I feel like I don't know actually. I don't know, and maybe since yesterday, like Titan was really hard, and hello, Cobra, hello. Thank you, Riziket. Well, actually, I have such kind of hard like music as well, and depends. It's about patterns, you know. Depends. Yes, this is random. Like I can choose, but I'm afraid of like this copyright issues. Actually. Which it's happening like sometimes when it seems on muted. I just don't understand why when it's better. Now I'm playing Arena Kings.
Man, that was reminding me of games that I lose in Arena Kings. That's why, as Nigel Short said, I'm commentating and not playing. Lily's having a tough time today. Although, to be fair, her opponents were all higher rated than her. I hate when that happens. Now, let's go on to another streamer. He's one of my chess heroes. Chess heroes.
Your heart, your side, 21 guns. Oh, Jamie to go, I'm a little too low. Hey, St. Lucia. Hey, ho, there you go, a little too low. Dip, 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 dip. Oh, not gonna try it. Hey, thanks St. Lucio for the bits, bruh. It's on the Monday. Hey, ho, yes you go. A little too low. Oh, hey, we'll do it. Southern builders, giant. Of the thoughts. But tails out, what are you doing it for? 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 You doing it for? What are you doing it for? What are you for? What are you doing it for? Hey, ho, here to go, so that's a little too low. The bending, oh, here she goes. Candy, here she goes. Lying a little too low. Made of candy. Hey. If this works, I am a genius. But a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Waiting. Woo-hoo. Yeah, baby. It's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. that tonight's gonna be a good, good night, Sweden. Woo, that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night, Sweden. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. For time right now, set that it up. I've got my money. We've got it up. Department social. Set up my God. Set up my rule. That's it. I've gone to the bar, sleep in the room with just standing on. Oh, Lucian! Thank you so much, dude! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! Big thank you! Welcome to the club, dude! Thank you so much! Oh! Let's round it down. It's over the roof. And then we'll do it again. Let's do it. 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 Let's do it all again. Let's do it and do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do. I'm about a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Lots of love, dude. Lots of love. So feeling, ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Let's set it up. Let's up my money. Let's give it up. Let's up them touch it. Let's up my God. Let's up my roofer. Let's get it on. Up, muzzle tough. I love that dancing. Down. Let's hold it down. To the roof. Then do it again. Let's do it. 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 And do it. To do it all again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Here we go. Here we come. Go to the hot. Ready, thumb. Easy go. Go. We got stop. Stop. Up, here we go, down, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We, well, we run every day, tell me every day, party every day. Woo-hoo. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good night. Woo! On the sub, baby! For you, Lucio! For you! That win is for you, my brother Ben! Thank you so much! Good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Woo! Be ever stop. Hell yeah! The time went gone. Lives. I'm not doing baby well. I'm in the wells, yeah. Shining like a star. Olympia, thank you for the following. They'll be the one. Oh yeah, I don't wanna stop until you're kind. Hey Coconut, thank you so much, brother bit. Stop in your hand. You understand. Yeah, Vinny, I got a roll going, brother B. So you see, sometimes you gotta get cross with yourself just to get yourself back in the game. This in your hands, no, there's no running back. I believe me. Down on my hand, and I wish the nightmare to end. Oh yeah, I don't wanna stop until you're dying. And you'll never nail me in my heart is in your hands. Don't you understand?
Well, now you can see why he's my chess hero, not mainly for his chess, but obviously for his singing. Now we're going to get a little younger and a little less singing with Chess Brainiac 13. Good handle. Everybody's handle's better than mine. Let's have a look-see.
Slayer, look in my inbox. Slayer, look in my inbox and see, yeah. But if you're wondering why I'm tilted, check my inbox and check the game I played against, like that 2550 German guy, okay? Check that game. You'll feel depressed like me. Yeah, my archive. You'll feel depressed as well. If you want some depression, check my archive. Check the whole game. Just check how I outplayed him. Like I just completely smashed him. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, 'cause the drinks bring back. No, he was German. He was German. No, I'm not that person, by the way. Yeah, Jacob. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, the Armenian guy, yeah. And such a good position. Okay. I mean, doesn't King E4 look good? Yeah, that guy. King E4. Let's try it, whatever. Wait. What? What? He threw! Yo, he threw! Focus. So, here. To kick his king out. Check. 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 Give me that G-pawn. Check. Mate! Ay! Ay! Let's go! Give me that. In the books. And we get rewarded with a 24 hundo FM. We get rewarded. Okay, let's play the patented Grand Prix. Swing the queen. Swing the queen. Let's go here and here. Ooh. Adventurous. Very adventurous. Let's go. Let's go H3. Just be chill. Be very chill. I still want to do this. You almost lost to 600. It happens. It happens. 94? Huh. I mean, that's a good move. Take. He wants to take and take on E4. Huh. What should I do? I could go Rook F2. Take. Oh, I still lose a pawn. But I still lose a pawn. What am I doing? I thought somehow that doesn't lose a pawn. That still completely loses a pawn. Wow. Coffin dance. Let's go, baby. Wow. The immortal meme. I can't believe I actually thought... It doesn't take it. Okay. Straight queens. Yeah, cat jam. Bishop e3. Whatever. If it's bad, it's bad. I'm gonna do it anyway. Classic. I hope you guys know where that is from. I know it's bad, but I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway, chat. Chat. I'll do it anyway, chat. Oh, that's a good one. Chat. Nah, chat. Relax, chat. Don't be weird, chat. Don't be weird, chat. Relax, chat. I know this is bad, but I'll do it anyway, chat. Takes. The juicer, lobster pincer, GGO. Oh man, it's so good. Never gets old. It's never gonna get old. The wooden shield. Bing, a bam, a boom. Wooden shield. So good. Actually, he's thinking. He's thinking a lot, actually. 27 undo bullet. This guy knows what's up. Let's go rook here. Pressure the bishop. Oh, does he want to take and plop the knight? No, then he loses the bishop. No, I'm not going to make top 16 because I joined very late. I joined like half an hour late. Let's go C4. So I was hoping for top 200. Let's see. I'm going to take and put my bishop on d5. Put the bishop on d5. Let's go bishop d... No, wait. Can I go bishop d2? No, let's move the rook first. It's kind of annoying because he wants to go rook b8. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let's go rook here and then move the knight to contest that. Okay. This looks okay-ish. Ish being the keyword there. Let's go here. Looking a bit sketch. Let's go bishop back. Knight takes. Wow. Wait, do I have some crazy rook a1 thingy? Take. No, he's knight b4 back. Okay. What do I do? Gotta find a move. I don't see any move. Yikes. Is there no move for me here? I actually don't see a move. It's insane. Just blacked out there. I panicked, like Hikaru would say. He was losing chess before I was born? Okay. It's interesting. Let's go here. Oh no, I blundered knight c3. Wait, knight c3 I can take on b8. Okay, let's take and go here. Time is low. We're gonna have a scramble, everybody. Let's go here. Let's take. Move the king. Rip. Ah! Chill, dude. Bro, you gotta chill. Chill. It's hard to pre-move when you're in this position. I have no moves. Sag. Oh my gosh, we did it! Let's go! What was that game? Oh my gosh, what was that game? What was that? Sheesh. No, let's play this. Let's go b5.
All right, if you thought Chess Brainiac 13 was young, now 13 is young. The youngest allowed by Twitch. We found somebody who's only 5. Steve is 5, although it looks a little suspicious to me. I think he's a bit older. Let's check in and see how he's doing.
Not able to pay attention.
Still, it's probably lost. This doesn't really do anything. I just bring my queen back, just cover everything, and I mean, it's just GG's. Goes there. I mean, let's go check and maybe just knight f6, knight e4. Go here, try to trade some queens. My king is almost safe, not completely. Do I have knight e4? Yes, I do. If he takes, I take. If he takes, I take. Queen f4, trying hard. Let's go f5, consolidate the pony. Bring the rook into the game, and now this is just over. Just all over. No attack for white. My king is very, very safe here. c3. I mean, everything is kind of winning, but I'll just play a5 here just to prove the point. Oh, I did give him rook g1, which is kind of a little bit silly. It doesn't make a difference, but it's still silly. Keep going. Get another win, move to 57 points, doing pretty well. Thank you to Luis O. Xavier for the prime. Yeah, he tried to just go all in on a big attack, and it didn't really work out. Okay, we're playing Bortnick. Bortnick has 39 points. If I can beat Bortnick, that would be a big boost. That would make it very hard for him to qualify. I also don't know why I always play this line. Let's go g3. Knight b6. That's a little bit strange. Oh, actually, the pawn on c5 is also hanging. I just realized. Go here. You can take if he wants. I don't know if he should.
Clarky 690
Wait a
just took
second.
$5
Wait a
out of
second. I
Bezos'
trapped his
pocket.
queen. I
Thanks.
go here, knight d2.
Good evening from England, Squire.
His queen is trapped. I trapped his queen. Maybe knight h4 was a better move though. I should have played it the other way, but whatever. It's still winning. I should have put the knight in h4 so I could take, but whatever. This still should be winning. So it's a queen. If I can't win up a queen for 2 pieces, then you know that's how it goes. I actually think Bortnick should probably resign here and not play this out. Just because there only are 32 minutes left. I think it's actually a mistake here on 39. Bortnick is way down on the list. I think this is a big mistake by Bortnick that he's not resigning this game here. He's gonna end up wasting like an extra 2 to 3 minutes, and I think it actually really hurts his qualification chances here. He always plays until mate, right? But you want to be top 16. Actually, I shouldn't even be saying that because I'm only helping him. I just shouldn't say anything. Thank you to Clarky for the 2 months. Goes to f5. I mean, I'll just take. I mean, everything is just great. Oh, I gave him 95. That was kind of a little bit iffy. But I mean, still, I just kind of just chill out. Go like queen f2 or something. Let's go here. He goes rook g8. I'll just move my queen back. I have to click my fingers like Thanos. Exactly. Let's go rook g1. Okay, so what's the quickest way to win, I guess, is the question here. Bishop f4 is fine. I think rook g7 makes a lot of sense here, too. I think I'm going to sack. I'm just going to sack and go here. A lot of ideas with my pony to open up the scope. I think this is simplest. I love the new YouTube video of you playing, especially the second game was close to the end. Yeah, no, it was good stuff. Okay, let's see. He's trying to get a checkmate. I'm just gonna very quietly create Lufthansa for my king on A2 here. No ice skaters down the back. You can also go bishop f4 next move. He resigns. Yeah, see, and there he wasted time. Like he could have saved probably after knight d6 and knight d2. He could have played a few more moves, but he would have had like an extra minute and a half there that he just lost. So it's going to be interesting to see if that comes back to hurt him. Okay, now the pairings are getting solid again. So let's just play d4. Play the Trumpowski here. One of my old openings that one of my early favorites. Knight f6. Okay, I guess I'll go here. It was bishop d6. I know knight e5 is a move. I think I'm just gonna castle here. Still have knight e5, but I don't want to play it. Just go here.
I just blundered this pawn too. That's no good. Still kind of tricky, and he's spending time. Maybe I can flag him, even though I'm down time. That's always my strategy. Play super slowly and like have no time, give myself no time, and then say, oh, I should try to flag my opponent, and then realize, well, why did I spend so much time if that was my goal? Okay, I need to play faster though. Let's be serious. Very serious. Unbelievably. Oh my god, and I just blundered. I freaking blundered. Okay, let's just try to trick him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my god. Such a bad game. Well, I pretty much just threw away all the rating that I gained. That's good, as usual. Okay. Let's go bishop g4. Okay. Let's go bishop h5. It's kind of a weird move. Let's go knight d7 and castle. Okay, bishop g6. I mean, I can probably just take, right? But maybe I shouldn't. I guess. Okay, let's go queen c7. How about that? So maybe once h4. And by the way, thanks to Frank Rutten. Thanks so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I mean, I can take and go. Let's go bishop e7 for now. I might want to take and go knight e4. Knight e4, can you go f5? Uh-oh. Okay, well, I have to do it anyway. I've committed. But I think he has f5. And also, thanks so much to Dawn YYXU. Thanks so much for the follow. I'm assuming I'm not back on Chess TV, but if I am, then hello to everyone. And yeah, my username on Twitch is Stevis5. I really appreciate if you went and checked out my Twitch channel. Alright, let's take. This is getting kind of messy. Very weird position. But somehow I'm managing to kind of make things messy. Okay, let's see. I mean, I can check, but... Okay, let's just take and take it. I have nothing here. Oh, and thanks so much to CHXW. So yeah, once again, I am Steve5. I'm 14 years old, and I'm a Twitch streamer. You can check me out at twitch.tv/Steve5. I'm rated around 2300 at Chess.com blitz, trying to improve, trying to become a master. So if you go and check out my channel, you'll be able to follow along on my road to master. So yeah. Okay, so if gh7, I have queen b4, and I can trade queens and take on h7, so that seems more or less fine. Yeah, I think I'm okay here. Okay, now I check. Okay. Also, thanks so much to Choi999. Let him focus. No, it's fine. That's alright. It seems like I'm probably not gonna make the knockout, so these games are more just, you know, for fun. And I hope you guys enjoy them. Okay. Let's go rook g4, I guess. Maybe I should have gone b6.
All right, we check Steve's ID, and he's not 5, it turns out. Speaking of not being 5, let's take the 5-foot-long sunglasses of Anamaya and check in on her stream again.
Oh my god. Anna is amazing. She is absolutely amazing. Sometimes I also watch her streams, you know, in the background. Let's not get checkmated. Run! Run! Ah! Hey Lolly, hello! Yay, GG! Oh, that's sweet, Paw. Thank you. No, Anna is absolutely amazing. No, we're playing this. Please. I'm sick. I am place 466. What do you want from me? Why do you pair me up against Hammer? Come on. Not only am I sick, I'm playing with a handicap. It's absolutely Did he have bishop? Not yet. No. I could still hide there. Sorry. I feel like I'm dying every single time. Go back here. I want to know what happened between Meow and Anna Kramling. Something happened, and I'm gonna find out. Oh, he's queen g4. It's okay. We'll go long castle. Almost. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Can I do this? Can I be cool for once? This, and then knight takes e5? Can I be cool? Do I have permission to be cool? Oh my god, my eye is itchy. Oh, I don't want to see the light. It's too bright over there. Hey, tell me the alt account. Thank you. Tell me. You write it too many times? Because you're amazing. Barbara is my little niece. I can take, right? Can I take? Oh my god. It feels like there's like something really solid here, like rock solid. And it doesn't want to go. He was bluffing? I will check it out. Take the it's not my move, it's not my move. I'm attacking his queen. Alright. Do we have a checkmate there? Wait, this? Rook takes, king takes, this, king f3, and then it's queen e4. Wait, no. Is there rook takes g2? No, there's bishop. No, wait, no, I don't know. It's so unclear. I cannot deal with this. Oh, it's so unclear. Alright, we'll have to do it. What? Oh my god! My Arena Kings has been going so poorly, and I just beat Hammer! Oh my god! What? I think I'm gonna faint.
Hype.
Thank you so much, Hypnogy, for the 300 bits. Oh my god. And I was on the chess stream? Oh my god. Hey guys. My voice is gone more than ever now. This is so cool. Oh my god. Okay, now I want to watch the clip back. He said something. He did something. He was bluffing.
Man, I thought you weren't gonna take that. I was just bluffing. I didn't think you were gonna take that.
I was hungry
at all. I was just bluffing.
I'm sorry, Hammer. I'm sorry. I see a pawn and I take it. I mean, so the thing is, you have bishop g5, but I take there. He had b takes a6. I was like, I just hope he doesn't do bishop g5. I actually am really curious about that. Let's see. Oh my god, I was listening. Yeah, rook takes g2 was bad. Wait, what did I actually... Wait, oh, I should have played this instead, and after that, I should have done this. I was considering that, I was like, screw it. Oh my god, yeah, he just had bishop g5. Yeah, this is what I was scared of. And then b takes a6, and I was like, well, I don't know. I was trying to survive. And I hope that the rook was good enough. But I do have to say, like, this is the move that worried me. But when I realized queen e4 mate, I was like, okay, then it's fine. Like, the king can run away. It looks like the king is running away, but I have this. Oh, let me see the clip.
Oh, I didn't see that checkmate.
I'm so
I saw many checkmates. I didn't see that one.
I'm sorry. It's the only one I saw. Well, I also saw when he would go the other way, obviously. But this was the one that worried me most. Anyways, that was really cool, man. It brought me back above 2200, and I'm close. Oh my god, this is so cool. He lost to me, now he's up against Jose. He'll get there. I mean, I wouldn't say I wasn't cheered up. It's more like, I mean, I kind of lost my voice more, but it definitely made me feel happier about myself, because I was below 10 points for a hot minute. It looked very like sad, but I wasn't necessarily like sad or something. Yeah, I've played. Yeah, it's the sunglasses. It's the sunglasses. Yeah, oh no, I please don't sneeze. Please don't sneeze. Please don't sneeze. You know, I don't understand why I can beat strong people whenever I feel like I have a handicap. For example, when I beat Eric Rosen, he was playing the London, and I was like, I don't know anything about this, and I beat him, and I don't know how. And then we have this moment when I play against Hammer. I'm half sick. I can't even see properly with the glasses on, and I beat Hammer just like that. I don't know why that happens. Should I play with a handicap every time? Like, I don't understand. In a normal game, this doesn't happen. Hey, Palmer sister. Hello. Think of a color. Red. Pink. Oh no. It's one. It makes me want to sneeze. Less distractions. I don't know. I can barely see my time. Yeah, I still have the feeling when I need to sneeze. I still have it. I guess. Who would have thought, huh? Oh my god. Sweet Jesus, Mother of God. Red pink. Is that a color, red pink? Blending red and pink? It's okay, don't worry. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing.
Brilliant timing by the producers showing Hammer hanging mate in one to Anamaya, and she seemed pretty pleased about it. I know the people watching were. We're going to go to a streamer we haven't seen yet on the show. My favorite GM, moving his eye side to side, GM Min Lee, the highest rated IM who ever lived. Let's have a look.
Nicely played by him though, nicely played by him. It's not over yet, what a second. Gosh. Gosh. That's nice by him, that's nice by him, that's nice by him though. I think I play wild again. I play wild again though. I play wild again actually. Gosh. That's rough, that's rough. That's really rough though. Today has been unlucky for me, I think so. I think in general it's unlucky. I don't want to blame for some luck like that. But to be honest, today has been unlucky for us. Right? I don't want to blame for anything like that. But honestly, it's unlucky for me, I think. No, top 2 is over. What do you think? What do you think, bro? Like top, okay. What the hell about top 32? Never. Thank you for the queen. Oh my gosh. That is super generous. Yeah, I think it's for that pin though. I think we're playing fine. I can say that. Like, I think we put up some, I think, really tough resistances. Really tough resistances, I can say that. Overall, I have been well played though. Overall. Overall, I can say I have been well played still. Overall. Nothing to be so bad, so sad for, right? We're playing red, and some games we played really nice chess, so it's fine. It's fine, right? Yeah, at least I'm not going to give up. That's all. I don't know if this is good or not. Just want to go for something crazy. I think it's bad actually. Who care? No, I cannot care something like that. Anh phiêu mình giữa nhau thật chất nhé, nếu đi ta cùng đi. Damn it. You see that? Every time we get to a streak, we have someone strong to play with us. Every time. I realized every time today though. Thank you Dragon for that. Whoops. I realized every time today, like we get to a streak, we get someone really strong to play with. Just a bit, I know that for sure, but like, you know, I think some unlucky stuff as well. But okay. Wait a second, I got lucky. Guys, I got lucky though. Hello guys, I mean, can you guys still hear my stream? Hello, still hear me? Hello? Hello, Squadron, you gonna still hear me? I was lucky for some reason though. To hear what I'm thinking though. Almost go for the death. It seems fine here, yeah, but I don't know why I got lucky issues for some reason. Surprisingly it is. All night. All night. The problem is that focus now makes no sense at all. Basically, like, why need to focus now? Basically, we are no chances left. Play fast now actually is the only thing to do. But you know, against Josh, playing fast actually is really risky approaches. It's pretty sadly we need to something like, you know, accept something. Accept, I think it's like here 94. I see that one. Option 1, 2. Risk. I see this one G5. I see this one for sure. This is 1, 2, but yeah, I'm sure if I do E1. If I put it 3 though. Still game on for some reason. This is everything though. Yeah, this is not a bad game, I think. Not a bad game here, I suppose. Yeah, I think time to relax, I suppose. Nothing to do with that, right? D4, I mean, he's playing really strongly now. I can agree with that. He plays really strongly now. Take care for the rook. The rook actually is the best, right? Oh my. You know, he plays all things correct, right? I think we're going to see that for sure. Getting damn tough pairing now. I don't know why. I think that's happened to me like not the first time. Not first time. I think like every time right now. It's like every time I get the streak, I somehow. I mean, it's like I don't know. I think 2 games. I start to get someone really strong. Every time though, I just realize that. Tough, 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 tough. I can play fast now, surely. Hopefully he didn't install. I'm resigning now, but okay, I mean, whatever it is, it's like so far away, right? Top 25 is the list, you know, with top CE2, right? And now he didn't even play though, wow. He didn't even play here. Thinking first move, wow. Imagining that is insane, bro. Imagining your opponent thinking first move. Oh my dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That is funnily enough. I think all the things are against us today. Once again guys, I don't want to blame for sure, but I think we are getting unlucky for sure. That's like for sure, I think for sure. I will play fast now. I mean, oh, who knows? Maybe we win this game. Let's try to win maybe this one, maybe, if possible. I'm playing fast now. Just hope for the chance to come. Maybe 3 coming. This one actually is better, 95. I mean, it's not that difficult though. I think today we playing well once again. I have some really nice wins, some nice crushing win though. And yeah, I agree with that. Like somehow, yeah, we're winning against some strong opponent today seems to be a bit tough. Okay, no drawn. No drawn though. I mean, I think you want to get rating points, but for me, so it's nothing different, right? It's by no difference at all.
Hey everyone, I know you missed me. So Arena Kings is wrapping up, and After the time hits 0, we're going to pick the 16 top streamers and the scoring, and they'll have a knockout stage. We have to prepare for fair play, of course, so there'll be a few minute break. And after the break, we'll come back and you'll see more of me and my commentary on the matches. Just what you came for. All right, I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold, and we'll be back pretty soon with the knockout stage. See you soon. Hey everybody, we're back, and you're going to get to see my pretty face a little bit. If you need a blindfold, there's probably one somewhere. We're going to start the knockout phase, and this will be different than earlier in the tournament because we are not going to watch the streams, but we're going to have me analyze the games as they're playing them. The first round of the knockout, it's a 3-game match. So the first player to get 2 or 2.5 wins the match. And the 16 players will eventually turn into 8 players for the quarterfinal. And we'll take a little break between the round of 16 and the quarterfinal. And once the games start, we're going to show them to you. And I will explain all of the perfect moves everybody's making and all of the mistakes people are making. Hopefully. Yeah, so as usual, Hikaru was first in the event. And of course, I think more important for the top players like him is to win the knockouts. Because that's where the prizes are, and that's who actually, is winning the events. Okay, now this is the first game to start. It's actually 2 players rated 2100. They came in the top 16 of the streamers. It's 3 minute and there's no increment. So the players have to play super quickly. We also have Georg Meyer, who's perennially qualifying for the knockouts. He's an amazing blitz player, really fast. And his opponent is only 1600, but he streamed and he qualified also. So I'm pretty sure Meyer's happy with this first round matchup. We got 2 heavyweights here. Hikaru's playing Renato Terry Lujan. And even though Renato's an IM, he certainly doesn't play like it. Okay, Hikaru's playing laid back, pawns on the 3rd rank, just trying to play really quickly, get a time advantage, and wait for his opponent to make a mistake, as opposed to playing 20 moves of theory in a Nightorf, which he might do in a slow game. In Blitz and Bullet, Hikaru likes to get on a theory quickly and just play super fast and get a time advantage. But Renato Terry Lujan, he's no beginner to this format. So his position's fine. He's keeping up on the clock. And this will be a match to watch. Georg's opponent is a lot lower rated, but here Hikaru's playing one of the top players. And here we have 2 more lower rated players who made it in. The Blessed, I guess his handle is accurate. He's blessed to get into the knockouts against Tehan Samil. So 1800 versus a 1600. And these games may not be the people who win the event, but they're just as important anyway, and they're going to be just as exciting. So 4 of the 8 matches have started. And we're in the opening, and Black is playing super aggressively this game, pushing all of the pawns in front of his king. All the games are exciting, not just the players who were rated 3000. Let's go back to 2 of our 2100s. Positions about equal. The B pawn is weak here on B3, and White has the 2 bishops, and it looks like Black has the Vatels. Black is like, that B pawn's backward and weak, and I have 2 pawns in the center. So Black probably likes his position. Time is pretty similar, so the game is fairly even now. White gave up his 2 bishops to ruin Black's pawn structure, but it's hard to get at those pawns. He took the pawn on A7. He's going to lose the pawn on B3 eventually, and we have sort of a balanced position. Georg Meyer not crushing his 1600 opponent. It's I guess I'd rather have White because 2-1 on the queen side. The bishop on F6 is blocked, but it's not the, I mean, he doesn't even have a time advantage. So this player is putting up a really big fight. And with a 1300 point rating difference, you would expect Meyer's gonna win the match, but so far Black is doing quite well. Okay, in Hikaru's game, he did what he wanted. It doesn't matter who has a better position at this point. The only thing that matters is the clock. And in some of the events that we see here on Chess.com, there's a increment. So it's not the most important thing that ever happened. However, there's no increment here. So I mean, you can't really be down 2 minutes to 40 seconds against Hikaru. And Hikaru's winning. He has a big kingside attack, and he's just taking everything. So Hikaru played super fast. He got an attack. Black didn't defend properly. And Queen C8 is really nice. I thought he was going to play knight F5 check, which also wins because white will be a couple pawns up with an open king. But this prevents king takes H6 because we have queen H8 mate. That was nice. Yeah, queen C8's a real professional move. So Renato Terry-Lujan resigned. Hikaru's up 1-0. Hikaru probably had the toughest first round opponent of the highest rated players, and he still won first. Knight H3, that move smells a little bit. Talk about taking your opponent out of preparation. That doesn't really seem like a mouse slip. That seems like he wanted to play knight H3. Okay, and Hikaru puts it in H5, H4. The engine approves. Hikaru only moves pawns. That's all he needs to win. Oh, he moved a bishop, changing his strategy. So very interesting play from Renato Terry-Lujan, making the game funky right away. And this is our two 2100 players. They're finishing their first game. The engine still says it's equal. White's down a pawn, but black's pawns are doubled. White has a pawn on the 7th rank. If anything, I would take white here. And white has 5 more seconds. Very exciting. Georg Meyer eventually won a long end game, and he just started the second game with his 1600 opponent. Wow, Bortnik's playing a 1000 player. So I guess Bortnik is happy with his pairing, and he has a technically winning king and pawn ending. He's a pawn ahead, and there's pawns on both sides of the board. So white's in Zugzwang now. So it's a very, very easy win for a player of Bortnik's skill level. He played F4, which is what I expected. Now black has an outside pawn. When white moves his king over to take it, then black's king is going to win all the queenside pawns. So he's going to take and go here. And the reason that white played F5 was he was hoping that black would pre-move and then F6, F7, F8, but it's too late. Okay, so Bortnik's going to beat his 1000 rated opponent. This is game 2. White has to win. Hikaru won the first game. Hikaru has a small time advantage, and the position is about equal. Pretty cool. This game ended in checkmate, which is, I said I'd rather have white, and white had more time. He had the pass pawn on the 7th rank. Black blundered, and white won the first game. Okay, and then the 1600s playing the 1800 in game 2. This is game 2 of the Meyer match. Meyer won the first game in a long squeezing endgame. And unfortunately for white, Meyer doesn't know the never play F6 rule. And this position, F6 wins the trapped knight. The knight on E5 had no retreat. So Meyer's up a piece. The time is the same. He's up 1-0. He's 1,300 points higher rated. He's going to win this match. And Bortnik did win the king and pawn ending by getting 2 queens. That is a good way to win the king and pawn ending. Okay, Hikaru's opponent's playing wild and crazy. F4, F5, A4, just pushing pawns willy-nilly. The time is the same, which is good. You don't want to get behind on time against Hikaru, but it's still a big uphill battle to try to do well against Hikaru in a blitz game. This is game 2. Bortnik has the white pieces. He's already winning. He has a pass pawn on the 7th rank. It looks like this was a French defense. Yep. And then I've seen this before. This is the Alekhine Chartard pawn sacrifice. And he played G6, which black seemed to have overlooked. If you take with the H pawn, you get in trouble here. Take with F pawn, you get in trouble here. So G6 is already probably winning for white. And he gets a pass pawn on the 7th rank. It's an extra passed pawn. He attacks C7. I mean, to be fair, black is rated 1,000 and he's playing a super GM. I mean, check and queen. Okay, and this game is over. And black is playing till checkmate. All right. And as I like to say, he earned his rating, but to be honest, if I was playing Bortnik, I would lose in a very similar way. And Bortnik wants to play bishop H5 checkmate. And an easy first round match for Bortnik. This game is about equal. I don't understand why, but black has tons of time and white has 6 seconds. I'm guessing white may have got disconnected during the game, maybe. Also, he blundered his queen because he's pre-moving every move. So that's unfortunate. My printer scared me. Maybe I'm easily scared. Okay, so that's not good. The blessed loses 2-0. Not as blessed as he thought. Maybe he's blessed. Okay, and Georg Meyer won his match 2-0. He was playing a 1600 player. So, all right. Wow, Black really won this game. Where'd White's pieces go? This game ended really fast. Considering White has a minute 33 left, you shouldn't be down so many pieces. Okay, and this is game 2 of Hikaru. Hikaru's completely winning on the board. Hikaru's completely winning on the clock. Not really shocking. And pretty easy match for Hikaru considering the strength of his opponent. That's very impressive. He beat Renato like super easily. And that's, you know, other super GMs were playing people rated 1,000, 1,600, 2,000. Hikaru has the right to complain about this pairing compared to his peers, but he made it look like his opponent was 1,000. That's what Hikaru does. Sometimes he just runs you over. So tough pairing for Renato Terry Lujan. He loses 2-0. And the question is, are all the matches gonna be 2-0? Is there anybody fighting here? Bortnik wins 2-0. Hikaru wins 2-0. 2-0 here for Nartehan. He wins 2-0 against his opponent who had the same rating. Georg Meyer wins 2-0. Everybody wins 2-0. That's the fairest, right? So yeah, that's that was a real whitewash. I can't believe we don't have a third game in any of those matches. That's odd. There wasn't really a big fight anywhere. One person, obviously Meyer and Bortnik are playing people over 1,000 points lower rated than them, so they're going to win 2-0. But Hikaru won easily 2-0, even though he was playing a very strong player. And in this match between players who were similarly rated, Black was higher rated, he won easily. And in the other match where the players had similar ratings, also won 2-0. So it's best of 3, but they only took 2 games in each match. Excuse me. I'm choking on my rage. Wow. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches, I think, or 6. Okay, we have two more matches, I guess, that I haven't looked at. And we're gonna bring those up soon. And here we go. Okay, the first game was won by Twitch, Elham Blitz 05. He was in first place for much of the tournament, eventually got overtaken by Hikaru. And he's playing Jospem, who's very well known. He's always in the, and here we have a dead drawn position. Also, it's dead. Now, what Black should be doing is playing Bishop. Well, actually, if he plays Bishop B4 and the King's on C6, so yeah. Okay, but yeah, he got to 50 moves and they drew. White had to win that game because he lost the first game. Okay, but they still play a third game because it's 1.5/2. So we're actually going to see a third game in a match. Who would have thunk it? Not I, not I. And yeah. This is looking good for Twitch. He won with White, drew with Black. And Twitch is saying, don't we play one more game? That is correct. Okay, so Jospem needs to win this game or he's out. If he does win, they play a 1 minute with 1 second increment game. Confusing the audience. Now, I'm not rooting for any player because I'm very impartial, but I do want to see some 1 minute with, I mean, I want to see some crazy chess. I want to see more chess. So if Jospem wins, we'll get our wish. And Twitch, Elham obviously wants to just draw or win and the match is over. Pretty good for an FM, pretty good at Blitz. I've heard the same about my own play, but you know, the opposite. Pretty bad for a GM. But even though I'm bad for a GM, I'm pretty fly for a white guy. So, I mean, you know, it's okay. All right, so to recap, the higher rated players did well. The only two players rated 2,900 plus who were paired was Renato Terry Lujan and Hikaru dispatched him relatively easily, I think. And the other players who were very strong, like Bortnick and Meyer, got relatively easy opponents, 1,000 and 1,600. So they, of course, won their matches. After these matches are over, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to have the quarterfinals coming up with the final 8. Now, again, Jospin must win this game. If he draws or loses, it's over. The match is over. Both players are playing incredibly quickly, which is important in 3 minutes. There's no increment, so you got to play fast. White has a tiny advantage, but Black has winning chances because, you know, the knight on b4 is active, the bishop on f. I mean, Black has really active pieces, and White's rooks aren't so active. So he still has a chance. All right, we got another match going on. We just got pulled up. Baby Magnus and Halvard at HF. Now wait a minute. This doesn't seem right, because didn't this guy win the first match? Very suspicious. I'm not even sure if this is a match of the tournament. I'm starting to think this guy's playing for fun. Yeah, okay, he's just playing a fun game. That's actually funny. You gotta play some blitz chess between matches. I guess I'm too old for that. Okay, now Black is in a very difficult spot here. If Black was playing for a draw, then, you know, pretty reasonable. But he's playing for a win, and it's virtually impossible to win here for Black. White's up a pawn. Black has counterplay on the f2 pawn, and White just defended it. I mean, so if White had to win, that would be more interesting. Black has to win, so he's going to need a big blunder from White. I was blundering before these players were born, but then after they were born, they don't blunder like I do. He's playing for e3, his last trick. It doesn't win, but it's, you know, it's scary if you have White. You don't want to allow e3 and there's a pin, and, you know, you might lose. Okay, so White's just trading all of the pawns off, and that makes sure that nobody can ever win. But Black did well, considering he was down a pawn to get winning chances. And unfortunately, there's no winning chances here, but he's trying. He has to win with Black, and it's not looking like it's going to be his day. White has a lot of time. White's trying to perpetual his opponent, and Black is trying to figure out a way to save his e-pawn. He wants to get e2 in and play for the win that way. He doesn't want to trade for the f-pawn. Once he trades for the f-pawn, he can't win. So that's why he's taking so much time. He's trying to figure out, you know, how he can get there. Unfortunately, he can't get there. King g1's an excellent move, threatening the e-pawn, and e2 just doesn't work. Yeah, now rook e1, and if rook d1, then we play rook takes pawn here. So he defended his pawn, and unfortunately, Black is tied down. Black's position's excellent, but he can't do anything. He has to leave his rooks defending his pawn, and his king can't move over, so it's just a draw. Okay, and eventually he gave up that pawn to get a past b pawn. This is also a draw. But okay, Black is really trying hard to create winning chances from a drawn position, and now he has them. It's possible that Black will win. So he did a really good job, you know, trying to get a pass pawn and win. This position is still a draw with, okay, and that's a blunder. Rook check, and now Black is actually winning. Yeah, he needed to push his g pawn further. Yeah, now he's in trouble, and Black is winning now. That's amazing to create something from nothing, especially since he was a pawn down. But in the end game, you know, one blunder can cost you. White realizes what he did, and the thing is, when Black plays b2, White needs to play g5, g6, king g2, king h3, and by checking the king away, he checked the Black king closer to this pawn. That's not what he wanted to do. If the Black king was over here, then it would be okay. And Black just blundered. He played rook check, And king d4 wins, just move the king. King d4, keep moving the king. And he checked the white king up the board, which is a mistake. And now the game is actually a draw. Let's see if there's more. I don't think there can be more mistakes. It's too easily drawn. Yeah. Yep, g4. White needs that extra pawn. White needs that pawn. So when he plays king h7, g6 will be checked when the king goes to f7. Otherwise, black would be winning. If that pawn wasn't on g5, black would play king f7 winning. So, okay, then black basically lost because he was trying to win. All right, so very, very good try from Jospin. He should have won that game near the end, but he played rook check, forcing white's king up. Not a good decision. Let's go back to that point. Okay, and it was a few moves ago. Right, now in this position, white wants to move his king up. Rook here check does nothing to help black. Nothing. Okay, it helps white. So black should play king d4, right? And then, I mean, black's gonna move his king here. g6 doesn't work. And you can see the white king isn't helping at all. So, I mean, basically, the better the engine you have, the more it's going to announce mate. King d4 winning pretty easily. Rook f1 check draw, and it's people just want to give a check when they're playing blitz, but the rook is not better on f1. If anything, it's worse because we can't play rook f8 once the pawn moves, and the king is obviously better on g4. We need the king to escort the pawn. What's very strange, I've never seen this ending with the double pawns. If white didn't have this back pawn, which seemingly doesn't matter, he would have lost easily. But that back pawn helped him draw the game later when his king got to h7. So that was amazing. So Twitch Elham Blitz 05 goes through, and we're gonna go on break while we set up for the quarterfinals. There's 8 people left, and we'll see some more exciting matches after these messages. All right, and we're back. That was very exciting. We have 8 players remaining for the quarterfinals. The quarterfinal matches, we got Hikaru playing Bortnik. Man, he just keeps getting tough opponents. And the matches are starting, let's see, are they starting now? Yeah, they're starting pretty soon. A couple of the players are just playing blitz chess between matches. That's something that I would do. But okay, I mean, I'm not playing, maybe that's why. And then we have, I'm trying to see, I thought I could see it, but I'm not doing a good job seeing it. There we go. Somebody's helping me. Go producer. There we go. Thank you. Frishesnak is playing Tehan Sami, and his name is Frishesnak on Twitch. And then we have Nat Tehan, who won his match. He's playing Elham Blitz 05, so he's pretty happy about his pairing. Some people just get lucky pairings, and it looks like Georg Meyer's happy with his pairing also. He's playing a Garwal. So we have 3 really interesting matches that could go either way, and I think Elham Blitz 05 is very happy about his pairing. Okay, let's look at Georg Meyer. Oh yeah, he's playing a 1500 who won his first match. Amazing. And what happens in the Arena Kings is sometimes the low-rated players get to the finals, and even when they play in the knockouts, they play other people of their own rating. So I'm sure Meyer is quite pleased with his pairing. Here we have Twitch Elham Blitz, after beating somebody his own rating, gets to play at 2100. So he's also happy. And Hikaru gets it again. Man, he has right to complain, except he wins all of his matches. So then you lose the right to complain. He played obviously the most difficult opponent in the first match, won easily, and now he is the most difficult opponent again for somebody who's the highest rated player. And having said that, he has an excellent position. He's won a pawn. He has a beautiful knight, and Black has the 2 bishops. But since I said that, Hikaru got rid of Black's 2 bishops. So Hikaru's just a pawn up. The e-pawn's isolated. White has the open C file for his rook. I mean, Hikaru's technically has a winning position. I'm sure he's pretty happy about it. Okay, Meyer plays like Meyer. And this is something that I like about the top players. A lot of the top players, when they're playing somebody much lower rated, they just play like themselves. That's why they're top players. They don't say, oh, my opponent's lower rated than me. I think I'll do this, this, and this. They don't do that. They just play like who they are, which is 3,000, and their opponent plays like they are, and they win. And it might be a winning endgame that's boring, and it could be their opponent blunders quickly and they win. And Meyer isn't the type of guy to play wild and crazy just because his opponent's lower rated. I mean, he's Meyer. He plays the way he plays. His games look the same, whether he's playing somebody better than him or somebody 1,000 points less. He's squeezing. He's trying to be better. He's trying to play fast. And since his opponent's rate of 1,500, he's taking all of his opponent's pieces, but he still plays the same opening and the same style. Okay, and Twitch, Elham is getting crushed by his 700-point lower-rated opponent. There's a knife on F5. It's not a knight, it's a knife. So Nardihan is earning his keep here. He's up a pawn. He has a great knight. He has more time on the clock. This could be an upset in the making. And let's see if Hikaru is getting the wrap it up button. Hikaru played Queen D1, which is not a good move, throwing away most of his advantage. So again, Hikaru has the toughest pairings. We're now Terry Lujan and then Bortnik. Man, it's a tough road to, it's hard to be the best. It's tough. Okay, here's a game we haven't looked at. It's 2,500 rated Fritzy Shock Twitch against 1,800 rated Tehan Samil. And White's doing well. Again, it's 700-point rating difference, but you can't tell by looking at the position. Usually the only way to tell who the higher rated player is, if it's a big difference like this, is to see who won. Sometimes when you look at the games, you're like, oh, seems like they're about the same strength. So here White's doing quite well. He's not worse at all. Pretty close on time. And he's putting up a good fight against his much, much, much higher rated opponent. And Georg Meyer did win with his extra rook. He's up 1-0. And let's see how Hikaru's doing. Hikaru has regained his advantage. He's up a pawn. He's got a knife on f5. The h-pawn is weak. The knight has this beautiful outpost on d6. White has 2 passed pawns, and the time is about the same. So it should be a fairly easy win for Hikaru. 2 connected passed pawns, no compensation for black, and yeah, f5 check and probably resigns. Probably. Yeah. Okay, he didn't resign, but the engine says he should have resigned. Man, harsh. Okay, he just blundered e6 check. I don't understand. I have no idea why Hikaru played e6 check. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. He didn't see king takes, or he saw it and thought he could play e6. I don't know. But what he did was crazy. He just blundered his knight. And after he blundered his knight, the engine said it was equal. Hikaru's position was so good when he just hung a knight for nothing, he still wasn't losing. That's how winning he was. Okay, now he's losing. He just blundered again. f6, queen, and he has to resign. That's incredible. I've never seen Hikaru. Oh, it's not Hikaru. I'm sorry. Man, I was wondering, like, how did Hikaru blunder like that? That makes no sense. So the 2100 player was completely winning and he blundered. I didn't know which game I was looking at. I was like, I've never seen Hikaru blunder like that. Okay, Hikaru has 6 seconds to 1, and he literally doesn't care if the guy takes everything because he wins on time. Yeah. So Hikaru wins on time. He was winning on the board, but he made sure that he won on time instead of thinking and improving his position and losing on time. He just said, I'm going to win on time, and that's it. Okay, so I apologize because I was thinking Hikaru went totally insane, but it was actually Nardi Han. He was completely winning, and then he blundered his knight on d6. And after that, it was drawn, and then he blundered again and lost both of his pawns. So he had a winning position. It would have been a big upset to win the first game, and he blundered it all away with very little time on his clock. Man, the truth hurts. Okay, and Georg Meyer has won the second game. He wins the match 2-0. Again, he's playing a 1500, so tough pairing for 1500 playing Meyer, tough pairing for anybody. And Fritzy Schock will be very, 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 very happy. He won the first game, and big rating advantage. He has a small time advantage, and he won the first game. And Meyer's already through to the semifinals. This was the first game that Fritzy Schock won. And this is game 2 is this one. Okay, again, in 700-point rating difference. So eventually you expect the higher rated player to win. This match was supposed to be the most competitive. Hikaru versus Bortnik, the closest in rating. Bortnik is a tough customer. Hikaru won the first game on time, even being a little cheeky at the end. And Bortnik needs to not lose this game. He needs to draw or win so he can play a third game. Right now it's about equal. Hikaru has his 30-second time advantage as per usual, even though it's moved 9. Bortnik is saying 9. So incredible. Let's go to this game. Twitch Alhem Blitz won the first game, even though he was completely losing, and now he's completely winning. He's got an extra exchange. King's on d4. The black king is cut off. Black has weak pawns on b5 and d5. So this is going to be a easy win for white, and he's going to go on to the next, to the semifinals. Georg Meyer's already through. White needs to win this game to carry on. Black needs to draw or win this game to play a third game, but it seems unlikely. Somehow white won a piece against his much lower rated opponent. So it looks like Fritzy Schock is going to go 2-0 and also go to the semifinals. This game is beyond hope for black. Twitch Alham Blitz is going to go to the semifinals. So it's very clear to me that Twitch Alham Blitz, Fritzy Schock Twitch, and Meyer, who's already through, are going to the semis. The only question really is which one of these players is going to the semis. And right now it looks like Hikaru, who has a better position, a little more time, and a 1-0 lead. but this is the only match in question. And then we'll see our final four. Yeah, it's about equal. Obviously, white's pawn structure is nothing to write home about, but still, anything can happen. And Bortnick needs to not lose this game or he's out. And if he draws, he'll need to win the next game and win the 1 minute playoff. It's a big ask against somebody like Hikaru. This game should be wrapping up. White's up a knight. He has a minute more on the clock. He's rated 700 points higher. What doesn't he have? Okay, so Fritzy Schock is going to win this game, and with it, he'll win the match. Game's over. And I think the only game remaining and the only match remaining is Hikaru versus Bortnick. Hikaru won the first game on time. And in this position, all heck broke loose. In fact, let's go back. Let's see how the heck broke loose. Hikaru castle queenside, always up for a fight. And then they both pushed all their pawns in the center. Hikaru played f6, don't do that. And after c4, which is obviously explosive and takes, white played the Zwischenzug d5, not taking back on e3, confusing the audience and the commentator. Knight d4, that's actually the engine move, attacking the queen on f3. Queen takes e3, queen a6. Somehow, after all that craziness, material equality has been established. It's equal material. White's pawn structure is a little strange, but white's pawn on d5 is quite nice. Queen d3, and the knight on d4 has to be careful. Sometimes c3 is going to pick up the knight later. So you got to be careful. King b8, always play king b8. Rook b1, knight e6, the d pawn is pinned. Queen g6, knight c5. Takes on g7, very dangerous for everybody. Takes on c4. Really interesting position. Rook d1, queen takes c2. Hikaru likes taking pawns. There's a skewer. The skewer doesn't work because the rook is hanging on b1. d6, you can't, well, actually, you can take with the pawn. I was saying you can, but you actually can. You took with the queen, that's safer. Knife f5, queen d3. White's playing for a big attack, but he doesn't have it. Hikaru gets his king to safety. Hikaru looks like he's going to win on time again. The position's about equal, but yeah, black won on time. Yeah, and in the final position, Hikaru was winning anyway. We missed a couple of moves, but knight d2 is really strong. He played h3 to make sure he didn't get mated. That's a blunder. Knight takes b1, just wins a rook. And in this position, white lost on time, but after king g2 or king h2, he just gets checkmated. Yeah. Okay, so that was the end of that round. There's 4 players remaining. We're going to take a quick break and come back with the semifinals of Arena Kings right after this. And we're back. We got the first semifinal match here. Elham is going to play Georg. And to me, there's clear favorites in both matches, but it doesn't matter if you're the favorite or the underdog. The game is decided on the chessboard, not on paper. And the cream has risen to the top. We got 4 really strong players left, and it's anybody's tournament. People have their favorites. I have my favorites of who's going to go to the final match. And there's 4 players left. 2 that you obviously expected, Hikaru and Georg Meyer, and 2 you probably didn't expect. So we'll see if there's an upset in the making. These are the last matches that'll be the 3 games, and then we're going to have the 5-game final. Okay, so Twitch Elham Blitz is playing Georg Meyer. Their ratings are very similar, but I'm assuming Meyer is a pretty reasonable favorite since he's a GM and a strong GM at that, very good at Blitz, and he's playing an FM. But they didn't get this far because they didn't play great Blitz chess. So we have a symmetrical Grunfeld. Knight e5 is a common move. And one of the most famous games in this line was Karpov versus Kamsky, 1992, where Karpov won a beautiful game. Queen b6, that's not what happened in the Kamsky game. And right away, Twitch Elham Blitz puts pressure on the d4 pawn since white moved his knight away from d4. And it seems like Meyer doesn't know that move because he went into a big think. And he played knight a4, attacking the queen. And there's some tactics here. If we take on d4, knight takes c6. And if we take the queen, knight takes e7 check, and white's winning. So queen takes d4 is impossible because of this little trick. So he just goes back to d8. Okay, and Meyer's going to go to work on this backward c pawn by playing rook c1. And his knight already went to a4 because c5 is a juicy square. So already I prefer white. And probably this is why queen b6 isn't a very common move. This position seems like Meyer found the antidote. Knight a4 takes and put pressure on this pawn. Now black's trying to find a tactical solution, but I don't like it because once this pawn falls, this pawn's going to fall, etc. And luckily or not, the knight is defending b2, so there's no counterplay here. So Meyer can just start taking things. He can take this, he can take this, and he is. Take everything. He's a grandmaster. The queen's defending the knight. This pawn is really weak. It's pinned to the rook. A pawn is isolated. White has a very, very nice position, and black is in trouble. And black has a time disadvantage as well. And this is just really unpleasant. The bishop is fantastic. White has an extra pawn, and f7, you got to be careful. The black bishop can't get to this diagonal, and if it does, white just plays e3, and there's no pressure on f2. So this is a technically winning position for white, and according to Meyer, that's the best kind of winning, technically winning. I don't understand. He played bishop e5, losing immediately. I'm just wondering if, yeah, I mean that just lost immediately. Okay, yeah, I mean he was losing anyway, but I think he forgot his rook was attacked when he played bishop e5. Okay, so Meyer has the lead 1-0, and this is game 2. It's a French. Knight e7 to c6. This is the recommended way of my son, Spencer Finegold, when he teaches his students the French. If they play the advance, Spencer likes this for black, trade off the white squared bishop, usually the bad bishop. And white seems to know what he's doing. Bishop b5, a4, I think is a good way to try to get an advantage. And the basic risk that black has here is he gets checkmated. If he doesn't get checkmated, then everything's great. The structure actually favors black because we can hammer this d pawn forever. Not sure if I should have said hammer, but all right. And because hammer's not playing, but black has great counterplay. Attack the d pawn. He gets the c file. His knight is beautiful. He's trading off this great bishop on d3. The only negative is if he gets checkmated. And so far, white seems to have no intention of checkmating. I don't see nothing. So if he's not getting checkmated, he's not getting checkmated. All right. Always play bishop f8. To me, white's attack really doesn't exist. So that means that black is just better. Strategically, black's better. The only problem with black's position is with the pawn on e5, sometimes we can get an attack against the black king, but it's not happening. So the time is the same. Meyer's position's better. Meyer won the first game. It's looking good so far. And I played the French often as a teenager, but my king was always in trouble. And if somehow I escaped, I get to an ending, then I was pretty happy. So yeah, white is just defending his D pawn. And now he's defending his B pawn. Black has the C file. The white square bishops will get traded, and there's just no attack for white. So this is exactly what black wants to do in the French defense. Meyer got everything you wanted. Queens are off. The white squared bishop was traded. There's no attack against his king. He has the C file. His opponent's pieces are very passive, and he has more time on the clock. Everything black wants in the French. And when I played the French with black, this would be a dream position. Yeah, as soon as there's no chance of getting mated, I'm already really happy. So black's rooks are very active on the A and C files, and there's two weak pawns here. The knight is still solid. Oh, that was me. The knight is still solid because the bishop's defending it. So let's go back. Hopefully I didn't mess everything up. It sounds like I did. Let's see. I have to fix the board because I accidentally made a move. No, it's like when I mouse slip when I'm playing my own game. I'm trying to show this pawn's weak, but I accidentally take the pawn. See, that's not good. All right, let's leave and come back. That always fixes everything. Wait, that didn't fix everything. Terrible. Let's see. How do I fix everything? No, I need help. I made one suspicious mouse slip and it's over. All right, let me refresh. Always refresh. Okay, I refreshed. What's happening? Somebody help. I see a sad face. All right, we're back. I messed up, but now it's good, I guess. Okay, let's go back to what actually happened. Okay, knight a2 is played. He wants to play knight c3. He pinned the knight. He defended his rook, so the knight's not pinned. Attacks the rook. Put it in h. Finally moves his knight. They've made a lot of moves, obviously. Black won the pawn on b5 for nothing. Very good tactics from Meyer. And black is just a pawn up, and white's trying to get counterplay, but it shouldn't be enough. Takes. Okay, we're current. E6 is quite a bad move. He should have just taken the pawn on d4, but it doesn't matter. So black's up 2 pawns. Black has a passed pawn. Black has no issues at all. Time is about the same. It looks like the match might get wrapped up this game. I mean, this was a model game for black in the advanced French. If you play the French defense with black and you want to play this knight e7 to c6, this is a game you can study. I mean, black did everything you wanted. Traded queens, traded white squared bishops, king was safe, attacked on the queen side, attacked all those weak white pawns, captured them. Brilliant. So black's completely winning. Wait, what happened here? I thought it was a mouse slip, but it's just a good move. You can't take with the pawn because it's pinned, and then you. I thought he mouse slipped, but his move's too good. Now the only hope that Elham Blitz has is the time situation, but Meyer's pretty fast. He's really fast. Whoa, he blundered? No, he's still winning. Even when he blunders, he's winning. That's pretty good. 5 saying he should play queen take g4, it doesn't matter. Oh, wow. He blundered his queen pre-moving. And Meyer has less time. Wow, what a comeback. And Elham wins. Yeah, Meyer got less than 10 seconds on his clock, and he blundered all his pieces, and he lost on time. He did both. That was a huge turnaround. Meyer was winning on the board. Meyer was winning on the clock. And when they both had less than 10 seconds, we saw who the younger player was, not Meyer. That was I mean, I'm sure he's furious, completely winning. It must have been when I accidentally made a mouse slip earlier and ruined the board. Meyer must have sensed that and he couldn't play the rest of the game. Man, that was a match ender, that game. That was over. +6, +10, +15, plenty of time. As they got down to 10 seconds, then it wasn't plenty of time. And his pre-moves were not good. And his time management wasn't good. All right, it's anyone's match. Could this be a big upset? I know Meyer will be upset. Okay, so I like white because it's a Benoni type of game in reverse, but white has pretty nice squares for his knight. Black has the 2 bishops, but I really like white. White's getting a lot of play on the queen side, and usually you have to fight for that. And black doesn't really have a big center yet. He hasn't played f5. He's not threatening e4. White's actually just attacking the e5 pawn. So white has 2 avenues of attack: play on the queen side or attack the e5 pawn, and he's sort of doing both. Now he wants to play knight e4, put his knights on d6 and b6, and very pleasant, very nice position for white. I mean, Yasser Seirawan said he's never seen a good Benoni, but maybe with the extra tempo, maybe Yasser would change his mind. Maybe. Black gave up his 2 bishops. He couldn't stand to see those knights coming in, and he's trying to get a center attack, but knight d6 is actually an excellent pawn sacrifice. Meyer doesn't like sacrificing pawns, so he retreats his knight, and Meyer thinks he's better because of his great bishop, because of the pressure on the e pawn, and the potential advance of his b pawn. But h4. For somebody who's as positionally minded as Meyer, that's a very bad positional mistake. The e4 and f4, knight, yeah, that's not good. Black should have played f4 right away. Excuse me, I'm choking on my own rage. So yeah, this is another game where Meyer was doing quite well, and now it's just messy. And he sacrifices the exchange. The engine doesn't like it, but I do. And black doesn't take it, he plays f4. f4 is actually correct. That knight on e5 is a monster. h4 was a very bad positional move for Meyer. Okay, you're not going to play great strategical chess and blitz chess, although Meyer tries to. Yeah, Meyer wants to get rid of that knight. He's like, did you take my rook already? Get that knight out of there. Okay, and he did. And the engine says that white's doing well now. It didn't like that move. It didn't like black winning the exchange because now white's position's great. With the knight on e5, it was hard to play white. And now black's rooks aren't doing anything. The knight's coming to d6. White has a passed e pawn. Now white is for preference again. Great position for white. Remember, folks, always sack the exchange. Okay, black sacrificed a piece to get rid of that, try to get rid of all of white's pawns. Very suspicious. Sacrificing the exchange, okay. Sacrificing a piece, come on, man. Meyer can't believe it. He's like, why is the guy sagging a piece? But he has to take it. He's just trying to figure out what to do after queen takes c5, retreats his knight. Queen c3 is an excellent move. He's trying to use that past d pawn. The engine did not like knight d2 because of queen c3. So this piece sacrifice worked practically. The engine doesn't like it, but it's a blitz game. He gained a lot of time on the clock. He forced white back. And even though white has a great position, it's not easy to play white. Black's got 2 passed pawns, and white isn't crushing in the center like he was. The game sort of changed how you would play the game. And I'd probably rather have black in this situation because the position's about equal, but black has a time advantage. Black has a passed pawn on the 7th, and the roles have sort of reversed. Now white is defending. So I guess the piece sack was genius. Not computer recommended, but practically very good. Meyer has less than 30 seconds and there's no increment. That's not good. So white's position is okay. His time situation and the difficulties he's facing with that pawn on d2, that could be the end of him. Okay, Meyer's very happy to trade. He doesn't want any pawn on D2 queening. And once again, white's better. Reasonable chances for a draw on the board, but I think since both players have very little time, that's going to be unlikely. Okay, black's played several bad moves in a row, and now he's losing. White doesn't have any problem, and now it's easier to play white. The 7th rank pawn is gone. The G pawn is weak. The king on H8 is no good. Okay, and he gets to rook and bishop versus rook. White should definitely win because you just can't defend this position with no time on your clock. Nobody can. On the other hand, Meyer might think he's going to lose on time and just trade to a draw. We'll see. No, he didn't want. He's playing for the win, even though he has 10 seconds. So theoretically, a draw, and white would win in a blitz game, except that white has 8 seconds left. This would be amazing if Twitch wins, if Meyer loses on time when he has, when he has a winning position, a position that you can't lose. Forcing the trade. And it's a draw. Wow, with 0.8 seconds left. What a match. So Twitch Elham was completely losing, then he was a little losing, and then both players could have lost on time. It ended in a draw. The second game, Meyer was completely winning, blundered it all away with less than 10 seconds, and the match is a tie. Amazing. So now we're going to have I guess it's a 1 minute playoff with 1 second increment, something like that. That was a very exciting match. I'm glad I wasn't playing. Even commentating was too exciting. Great defense in the rook versus rook and bishop, and amazing time management. They used all the time, but 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. The match is tied. 1 minute with a 1 second increment. Meyer plays the French defense, his usual. Meyer's had this position 1 billion times with black. Probably Georg Meyer knows this position better than anybody in the world. He's always playing this line. Now, still, I'd rather have white. White has a tiny advantage, but Meyer knows all the ins and outs. So in a 1 minute game, he can play very quickly. Okay, and he knows this tactical trick that white fell into. Knight C3, queen takes A1. He's probably done it before. He has more than a minute left. He already has a good position. He's a pawn ahead. He's going to have the 2 bishops if he plays knight E4, knight takes G3, which I expect. And just great position for Meyer. Both players are playing exceptionally quickly. White's going to try to get an attack with some, queen H7 mate, which isn't going to happen, but at least he'll try. And the reason white has some compensation here is the black bishop on C8 hasn't gotten out yet. All right, so he tried his queen H7 mate, and if G6, he's definitely going to sack his knight on G6, but rook D8 was the correct move. And if you keep checking black, he just saunters to E7. And that's why he played knight C4, because queen H8 check doesn't do anything. King E7, the queen has to go back to H7. So black is still for choice here. He has an extra pawn. He's got the 2 bishops, and he's just hoping that white doesn't somehow get a tricky attack, since it's a bullet game. So he has bullet chances. White can always give mate if black makes a blunder. And there was a really long think there by Meyer, which isn't good in a 1 minute game. So now he's way behind on the clock. Very tricky move there by white. B4, confusing the audience. Yeah, what white wants to do is get knight F5 in, which wins now. Yeah, because that's why he played rook E1. So now he's threatening queen H8 mate. If you take the knight, queen H8 is still mate because the rook is defending E7. And I guess Meyer underestimated or missed knight D4, and now what, knight F5, and white's completely winning, and Meyer's going to lose on time also. Black was doing great until he allowed knight F5. If only Meyer studied my rules more. I mean, it's pretty obvious that's what he wanted to do when he played rook E1. He was trying to get rid of the E7 escape square so he could play queen H8 mate. Yeah, completely winning for white. And winning on time, winning on the board. An amazing turnaround in this match. I can't believe it. Who would have thunk it? Not I, not I. Meyer's still fighting. He's trying. Castle King's side, but his King's on B8, and he loses on time. Wow, amazing. Now I'm not sure if that was a one-game match. It was a one-game match. If draw, rematch until somebody wins. Well, that's it. So that's amazing. Meyer's going to be really unhappy he lost that match. Should have won game 2. Should have won game 3. And he lost, he drew. This game he was winning. +1, +2. He won a pawn with that knight takes C3 trick. And then 1 minute chances for white. The black king was getting attacked. So he's going to be very upset with the result of this match. He could have won at several different options at different times. He's the higher rated player. He's playing an FM. Very unhappy. And I'm sure at this particular moment, Hikaru's pretty happy because he figures he'll win his match. And he was thinking Meyer's going to be a tough opponent. And maybe an FM wouldn't be as tough as opponent, although this guy is pretty tough and he's really fast too. So everybody's tough in blitz and bullet. Amazing. All right, so that's the end of the first semifinal. We got Twitch Elham. Blitz 5 is going to be in the finals, and he's going to play the winner of this match, Hikaru versus Fritzy Shock Twitch. He played the Scandinavian, so hopefully Greg Shahadi's not watching, and hopefully John Bartholomew brought out his pom-poms. Go Scandinavian. Hikaru just playing safe, solid chess, not going for the immediate win, just developing his pieces, taking the center, and very solid, and the engine loves white. Greg Shahadi would be proud. Says white's just doing great. White has more space. The black bishops don't seem very good. The black rooks are doing nothing. They're blocked by pawns, and the engine just really loves white. Huge space advantage. He takes more space, giving away the d5 square, but he literally doesn't care. He's like, yeah, play knight d5. What do I care? The point of c5 is to kill the bishop on b7. Black needs to play c5 to get this bishop, on a nice diagonal, and Hikaru, by playing c5, basically kills it forever. He gives the knight to d5 square. He kills the bishop on b7. He has more space. White's king is a little bit safer. White's better, but black has squares, knight e6, knight d5, f4. So black is still kicking. The only problem with black's position, bishop on b7, no good. And Hikaru is going to try to win the game because of that terrible bishop on b7 and his extra space. So tough position for black. He's slightly worse. He's slightly lower on the clock, mainly, etc. What's going on here? Hikaru's not doing very much. He's just hanging around. Hikaru figures by maneuvering slowly, black's going to have to find something to do to avoid losing on time. And what he did was interesting, b5, and then he wants to play a5. So he played rook a8 to play, and he did play a5. So he cemented his knight on d5. The bishop can't go to c4 and attack it. And what he's going to have to do later in the game is try to play bishop c8 to f5. Can't do that now because the c pawn is under attack. So white still is happy with his position because of the bishop on b7, but the engine says black is doing well because black got the a file and black is going to put pressure on these two pawns. So black got great counterplay. He's attacking white's pawns. He doesn't care about his bishop on b7. He just wants to get his rooks and knights active since that's all he can do. And it's working out really well. He's putting pressure on d4, he's putting pressure on b4, and he's trying to safeguard his c6 pawn. Time is about the same. This is going to be a very competitive match. He's trying to get his rooks on the 7th rank, get some counterplay, always play bishop f1. Good job, Hikaru. And black gives up his c pawn to win the f pawn, and Hikaru doesn't take it. Hikaru doesn't want to lose his f pawn, so he plays knight to d3. The engine does not agree. The engine is not a fan of knight d3. Black played bishop c8, as I said he would earlier, to activate his bishop somehow. And yes, Hikaru is just on the defensive here. Black sacrifices the exchange, probably didn't see knight c1, but even though he didn't probably mean to lose the exchange, his position is still good. Pass pawn on the c file, white's pieces are passive, the rook on c2 and knight on c3 are good. The only problem with Black's position now is he has a pretty sizable time disadvantage. There's no increment, so you got to play fast. And when you're down 23 seconds against Hikaru, that's not good. And now Hikaru's eyeing that c pawn. The engine didn't like knight c7. It doesn't want to lose that advanced c pawn. The problem is if he saves his c4 pawn, he loses his c6 pawn. So Black misplayed it there. Obviously, it's a blitz game. Hikaru has two passed pawns. He's pushing his c pawn. The engine doesn't like c6, and now it says Black is fine again. It doesn't like that move. It's a very difficult position because both sides have passed pawns, and there's a material disparity. Both sides have very little time. And the one thing Hikaru does better than everybody is he always has that time advantage. Obviously, he's better at chess too, but having a minute to 12 seconds, that's more important. So Hikaru's winning on the board and winning on the clock after the crazy complications. He does it all the time. I mean, Hikaru played extremely quickly this game. He used 2 minutes for 60 moves. That's crazy. So Hikaru's, because of his big time advantage, his opponent had to move quickly. That didn't work out. Hikaru's going to win, and the game's over. He actually won on time when he was completely winning. Now, that was, I think, an excellent showing for Fritzy Shock, playing somebody 700 points higher rated. The game was really competitive, and usually when players are so far apart, technically strength-wise, you're not going to see a lot of really, really, really close games. So that was a very close game. It could have gone either way between moves like 25 and 35. And then things went Hikaru's way on the clock and on the board. And usually you don't get a lot of chances against Hikaru. If you have a good position, you better do well. And already White's in trouble. White's totally giving, this is just like the Meyer game that he won in the French defense. Or did he lose that game because he blundered later? White's attack isn't very strong. Black just took a center pawn. Bishop a6 is coming. White hasn't developed most of his pieces. White has less time. Okay, now White's just playing crazy. F4 is just crazy. Yeah, and White's just completely lost now. So he sort of went all in, and now he has to fold. Bishop a6, knight d3. Black's bishops are great. Black has two center pawns to 0. The pawn on h6 blocks White attack. White just hung his queen. I wonder if White hung his queen on purpose, hoping for like a mouse slip. Like hoping that Hikaru pre-moved. That's strange. I don't know. Huh, weird. Did he hang his queen, or did he hope there was a pre-move and then his queen e5 would win? I don't see why queen e5 wins against a pre-move. I guess it was a mouse slip, I guess. He mouse slipped in a lost position, so it didn't matter, but now he's really lost. Usually those aren't mouse slips. That's hoping that the guy pre-moves and then your mouse slip wins for some reason, but I didn't see what it was. The bishop on h8, there's no queen g7 mate. All right, so Hikaru's getting the wrap it up button, and it looks like we're going to have a finals match. Now remember, the finals is best of 5. Okay, and this is over. Hikaru wins as expected, and we have an upset, in my opinion, in the other match. Georg Meyer lost, so the finals is going to be, it was a finger slip. That's right, because he's using a touch screen. Fritzy's playing with a touch screen. He's not using a mouse. So he finger slipped. I don't know what that means. Anyway, the truth hurts. Okay, so Hikaru won as expected, and he's going to play the final match, not against Georg Meyer as I expected. I was wrong as usual. I can't believe it. Wait, actually, yeah, I do. So yeah, Elton or Elham? Elham is going to play the finals against Hikaru. Place your bets, and we'll take a quick break before we have our best of 5 final. Thanks for watching Arena Kings. We'll be back in a second. And we're back. We're having the finals match coming up shortly between Hikaru and Elhan Blitz 5. And it's almost as if Hikaru's opponents get lower rated every match. No, the 2 highest rated players he played were the first 2 matches. And now he's playing not the highest rated players, but those are the guys winning the matches. And this guy beat Meyer. So everything's going to be tough. And previous to this, we saw the best of 3. and the finals match is the best of 5. I wonder if Hikaru's ever won Arena Kings. Oh yeah, that's right. So obviously he's the big favorite. It would be a huge upset if he doesn't win. And I'm looking forward because I learned something today. I didn't know who this guy was, but he seems like a really big threat. Okay, here we go. Hikaru's white the first game, plays the 2 knights variation of the Caro-Kann. G6, not the most common move. Usually they play bishop G4, but obviously it's theory and black is playing instantly. And these are the kind of positions where white has a slight advantage. Black is sort of passive and just plays really solid and hopes that white overextends. So passive and solid for black. Hikaru took with the rook. A mildly strange decision, but all right. This is sort of transposed. He plays rook back on E1. Okay, black gave up his 2 bishops. Usually that means he's going to play E6 because he doesn't want his bishop on C8 to be blocked. But he hasn't done that yet. He's chilling. I mean, this is risky because sometimes bishop C4 is really strong. I mean, it looks like black wants to play E5. That's why he made all these moves, knight D7, queen D5. That's dangerous because that white bishop on C4 can be very scary. So I don't know if I agree with black playing E5 too quickly. That could actually land him in a lot of trouble. So Hikaru has a slight advantage. He has a slight advantage on the clock. He's got 2 bishops. He's very solid, very professional approach. Okay, now queen takes A2, that's asking for it. And Hikaru's going to give it to him. Bishop takes F7 check. And I think if black had seen that, he wouldn't have played queen takes A2. I don't think he wants this position with the isolated weak E pawn and the B pawn. And Hikaru immediately isolates the E pawn again by playing the excellent G4 so that the E and F pawns aren't together. Hikaru has the open H file and the H pawn is weak. Black doesn't want to have this long-term terrible position, so he plays tactically to break out. Unfortunately, Hikaru's 2-1 on the king side is much better because white has a passed F pawn. So this ending is better for white. Hikaru plays rook D3 to play F4. If he played F4 last move, the bishop wasn't protected, so bishop takes C3, and now he can play F4 at his leisure. I'm sure he will very soon. And then he'll move his king up. He'll have a passed F pawn. Black has very little counterplay. It looks like a draw to most people, but grandmasters have these kinds of positions all the time when it's a Berlin, and king E6 was a blunder. Now white just wins by force. Yeah, if I play F5 check, rook D7 check, it's over. So white's completely winning here, even though material is equal. Strange. King E6 was a big mistake, but his position was bad anyway. Bishop G5 check was really good because if he plays rook here later, there's no rook E7 to defend everything. So Hikaru finding bishop G5 before F4, that was excellent. All right, so he's trying for tricks, but tricks are for kids. Rook E3 is winning, bishop H6 is winning, F5 check is winning. And Hikaru has a minute time advantage somehow, as per usual. This was a very professional game from Hikaru. There wasn't any tricks. There wasn't any weird tactics. He just built up his position. He got better pawn structure. He outplayed his opponent. He played faster. I mean, all business. 2 passed pawns on the king side. And you know, the game's over. It's an easy win for white, and white has a big time advantage. No resigning in blitz. Never resigned. Very funny win by Hikaru, sacking his rook so he can queen his F pawn. That was funny. King takes rook at the end, F7, F8 queen. So Hikaru won the first game. Very nice. I mean, Hikaru could have played that way in a slow game. His play was virtually perfect. Okay, now losing the first game, white already goes semi-crazy and moves his queen out a lot, but the engine likes it. The engine says we got to put pressure on those weak dark squares. So queen G4, queen F3, engine approved. I play this way in 1 minute, but I do it when black's bishop is here and you can easily defend. The way that white did it is better. Hikaru's preventing bishop G5, which would be quite annoying. So white's position is excellent, and black is close to equality also, but probably Hikaru would prefer to have his pawn back on G7. A little weakening there. All right, and nobody's really doing anything of note. They're just developing their pieces, and they both decided to castle queenside. Interesting. And white finally did something, knight d5, but that didn't give him an advantage, just trades pieces. So the position's about equal. Hikaru has a slight time advantage. Now remember, this match is best of 5. So there will be at least 3 games. Even if Hikaru wins this game, the match isn't over. Unlike the other matches. This is the finals. This is important. Okay, c3, kicking the bishop out. d4, trying to get a double-edged position. I mean, Elham needs to win. Not easy to win against Hikaru. Has Hikaru lost any games this event? I mean, even in the preliminaries. Did he? I mean, he probably lost a game between 3 and 5 p.m., or I'm sorry, between 1 and 3 p.m. my time, maybe. He definitely hasn't lost any games in this stage, the knockout stage. But I didn't see him lose. Hard to beat Hikaru. He's fast, he's good, he's professional, he's higher rated than everybody. He stacks paper to the ceiling, rides on 24-inch chrome. It's hard to beat. Okay, as per usual, Hikaru has a big time advantage, like every game. Man, I wish I could have a time advantage. I'm very similar to Hikaru because I have a big time disadvantage every game. So I'm close. If I can get rid of the dis, then I'll be faster. It doesn't like the move G5 that Hikaru played. Hikaru's trying to gain space, but he's weakening his position a little bit. White's trying to take advantage of that with G4, stopping black from moving his pawns, trying to attack the pawns later. And the engine likes white here. It takes his right. It wants to play C4, C5 and get those pawns rolling. Bishop takes B6. I wasn't a big fan of that. C4, C5 would be more threatening. Now the game is equal again, but as per usual, Hikaru has a big time advantage. Now this is the kind of equal where I expect somebody to win. This is computer equal, but there's a lot of play for both sides. If black can get a pass pawn on the king's side, both sides could get an attack. White could, okay, C4, B5. All heck is breaking loose. All the pawns are attacking each other. It's craziness. It's a crazy kind of equality. Yeah, I was talking to Freddie Mercury earlier about this position. He said it was a crazy little thing called equality. Hikaru just made an elementary blunder, FG4, losing immediately to rook E8 check. I mean, he just blundered. He didn't see rook E8 check. D6 is a blunder, and now it's a draw. He should have just played queen A5 check right away. I don't even know why he didn't. Yeah, he probably thought queen A5, king D7, he'd have mate, but he does not. If he had played queen A5 check last move, the game was over. And now it's equal again. Yeah, white's probably really upset. He probably thought D6, queen A5, the game is over. He probably missed after king D7. He doesn't have anything. It looks like he has something, but he doesn't. Amazing. It looks like white's just completely winning here. But the engine says, nope, black's fine. Yeah, none of the tricks work because it's C5. Incredible. I mean, I would assume white just is winning the queen or the rook or mating here, but he's not. So he's not even better. King D5 loses immediately. So he because the queen takes B7 check. But you can't play queen takes B7 check after king D7 because the rook on E8 is hanging. And black is up a few pawns. So, white can't just trade things and try to win. That's amazing. Hikaru blundered, losing immediately. His opponent played D6 check, blundering, and a draw is whoa. Okay, Hikaru plays for the win. It's still a draw, actually, with correct play. This is actually very fun. It's like a study-like kind of draw. But obviously, Hikaru wants to do this if it's still a draw because of his time advantage. Yeah, if Hikaru goes to the E file, we can check on the E file and play rook E1. So this is actually a draw. It's amazing. That's a really weird draw. Right, then there, yeah. It's still a draw. Yeah, if he plays king d5, we play rook f8, rook d8 check, rook d1. Okay, that's what he did. Now white's winning. I think Hikaru knows that white's winning. He's just trying to win on time. I think he knows he's losing, but he knows he's going to win. Hikaru's really good at blitz chess. He knew what he did was wrong technically, but he knew practically he would win on time. Yeah, he didn't blunder like, oh no, he's down a rook and losing. He knew he was down a rook and losing, but he knew he would win on time. So he waited a long time moving his king, not repeating the position, and then giving up the rook and then winning on time. Basically genius. If he had done that right away, white would have had more time. So he moved around a lot, then he let white be a rook up, and then he won on time. He knew what he was doing. So Hikaru wins a game where he was completely dead lost, then completely drawn, and then he wins on time by force. Now, some of you are confused because there's a third game. This is best of 5. It's not best of 3. If it was best of 3, it'd be over. Okay, this is the same as their first game structure-wise, and that didn't work out well for black. This game, black's getting in c5, so black is closer to equality. The bishop on b7 is pretty good. Pawn structure is not great, but okay, so he needs 2.5 out of 3, which is some percentage I can't understand. Nobody in the world who's ever lived is a favorite to get 2.5 out of 3 against Hikaru in 3 minutes. So even if it was, you know, Magnus or Wesley or somebody like that, it's Hikaru's still going to win. It would be the greatest upset in chess history if Twitch wins the next 3 games. And I'm not being hyperbolic at all. Or maybe I'm not. All right, Hikaru played f3, tempting fate. He wants to see if he can play f3 and not lose. That's going to be tough. The engine still prefers white because Hikaru is just playing safe, solid chess, and that's a blunder, losing immediately. Yeah, queen e3. He didn't see queen e3. Yeah, now if you play knight takes d3, I play bishop f6 and queen h6. This game's over. Yeah, he thought knight, yeah, bishop f6 resigns. Yeah. He has to play e5 here and give everything away. E5 is the only move where he doesn't resign. Okay, he found it. Attacks the bishop on f6. Yeah. Wow, rook d1 is a genius move. He didn't play rook d1. That sends the bishop and the knight's trapped on e1. This is still winning. He's 2 pawns up for nothing. But that rook d1, let's go back. That would have been really cute. In this position, rook d1 defends the bishop, and the knight on e1 isn't going to be long for this world. It stops knight c2 forking the queen and rook. That's a really amazing computer move, rook d1. It stops knight c2 and it defends the bishop, and then the knight's going to be lost eventually. But Hikaru just wrapping it up. 2 pawns up for nothing. Wrap it up. Man, now 2 pawns up and checkmating his opponent and has a time advantage. Man, the truth hurts. So a complete annihilation. Hikaru is going to win the match easily, like he did his other matches. And not for the first time, the winner is going to be Hikaru Nakamura. Black's trying to figure out a way to escape, but there's no way to escape. Okay, he sacrificed all his pieces so he wouldn't get mated, but now he has no pieces left. So, I mean, every game I saw Hikaru play was great. Either he played really well or he used his advantage on the clock to win the game in like a really amazing way, repeating a lot, going for the lost position that he knew he would win on time. And you can't play slowly against Hikaru because if he doesn't beat you on the board, he'll beat you on the clock. He wins the finals 3-0. He had the toughest road, obviously. Played Renato Terry-Lujan, played Bortnik. I mean, this was tough. This was a tough match. But Hikaru comes through and he easily defends the tournament that he almost always wins. Go Hikaru. Excellent tournament by Twitch Alhamblitz05. He beat Georg Meyer and his positions were not good. And Meyer's a really good blitz player. So that was very exciting and it was great. I've never done this before, this 4-hour format with knockouts and stuff. And I never did it with the way we're doing it now. So that was exciting for me. The Chess.com guys really help out. They make it a lot easier than it used to be. And the team is really strong. Chess.com has a great team helping me do this. And the players make the tournament, lots of strong GMs, lots of blunders, lots of flag falling. It's really exciting for everybody. Okay, so we're gonna have to raid somebody. Let's see, who's important in Chess.com. Now, as you know, coming up soon, July 16th to 25th, we have Tournament Arc 2, matches between all of the finest people in their chosen genres, okay? And it's gonna be really interesting. And to help the players who aren't full-time professionals, we have Danny Wrench, one of our favorite here at Chess.com. He's gonna give a private lesson to one of the players in the tournament, and we're gonna raid him, and we're gonna see what Danny Wrench knows that professional chess players don't. Is it anything? It might be. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll see you next time, and we'll turn it over to people of more importance, and I'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
I'm kind of having fun here. I hope you are, because I haven't. So knight to g4. Now, why can't you take that knight on g4 with your queen?
Because that's a great question. Is it because his queen can take on f1? I guess not, right?
Not f1, but another square, which is really key. This is how dreams are shattered if we don't know what to do here.
That is a good question. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess the pawn as well.
Now visualize that. This is good for your chess training overall. Forget the opening. So visualize queen takes g4, you take their knight, and they take your pawn on d4. What is that position after they take that pawn with check? They're checking your king on g1.
Yeah, that is like super bad, right? I don't know. I have to like sack my bishop or something, right? To defend.
Right, but then they just take your bishop, and then what is it?
Yeah, it's just checkmate, right?
Right. So crazy. You can actually lose in 9 moves. How sexy is that? But the thing is, you don't do that. You play the move that is kind of awkward. You play this move, queen to d2. You move your queen up 1 square. And what's funny about this line is it's been super scary, and they almost checkmated you, but you're literally a couple moves away from just like getting a huge advantage. You're going to play the move pawn to h3 to attack their knight. You're going to kick their knight from that square. You're going to develop your bishop on f1 out to a move like c4 or something. You're also threatening the move knight on c3 to d5, which would fork the queen on f6 and the pawn on c7.
Right.
Like if you can draw an arrow to that too. If you right click and draw an arrow like knight to d5.
Yeah, the knight. Yeah.
And
down this square.
Yeah, and the point is, so in chess we balance a couple things. There's like the temporary and the permanent, and the temporary tricks here for black were actually very dangerous. Like your king was in trouble because they got a check, and they had this this checkmate threat where if you took the knight, they were going to checkmate you. But the permanent features of this position greatly favor white. You have the bishop pair. You have bishops on c1 and f1. You have 2 huge pawns in the center. And actually, they've wasted a ton of time moving their pieces multiple times, moving this knight all over the board, and the queen. When you play knight to d5, you're going to be attacking them even more, which gets really, really frustrating. And so the point is, this center fork is actually a very common way for white to get a big advantage in the opening against I would say a lot of players below the 1400 level, because they don't know how to evaluate that position where white has. And so let's back up. Go ahead and use the arrows to back up all the way to where you played knight to c3 and he played bishop to c5.
Okay.
I see your chat is hella lost right now. LMAO. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna review this a couple times. And again, if anyone's just joining, we're specifically looking at openings that Sage Jam is gonna face on